All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to all the laborers and the hopeful elect that's pushing this word and listening to this word in truth and in sincerity. Now, I wanted to get into a lesson. It's another one of my idiom lessons, where I pick an idiom and then I, relate it to the scriptures. And this lesson is going to be called "Get Off Your High Horse." Other idioms you can find if you look it up is other forms is knock someone off their high horse, or to fall off your high horse. And this lesson is inspired because we had this Jake come up at camp, DC camp, GMS True Scent. That's the camp I'm in, and pretty much he was really proud, man. And that's basically what the idiom means, man. I'm gonna read it to you. It says, figuratively, to become humble, to be less haughty or proud. It says to stop acting as if you are better or more intelligent than other people. Right, because the reason why he couldn't get this knowledge is because he already thought he had it already. And that's pretty much that's what I'm gonna start this lesson with, because when I thought of that, when I think of get off your high horse, I always think of the story of Paul. I mean, it don't specifically say he fell off a horse, but, I'm going to just get into the lesson. This is Acts 9. I'm going to start from the top. It says, and Saul, yet breathing out threatenings and slaughter against the disciples of the Lord, went unto the high priest and desired of him letters to Damascus to the synagogues, that if he found any of this way, whether they were men or women, he might bring them bound unto Jerusalem. Because what? If any of them followed that way, which was the way of the Messiah, Yahushua, and that's why they was called Christians. That term was put on them. So if any of them followed that way, then he was going to arrest them. He also put men to death. The scriptures say what? Let me get a quick precept. John 16 verse 2. It says, they shall put you out of the synagogues. Yeah, the time cometh that whosoever killeth you would think that he doeth the Most High service. Right, because he thought that he was doing the Most High service, man. He was taught up since he was a kid, the truth, so-called, which he thought was the truth. So he was zealous. He was actually zealous for the Lord, but he wasn't doing it in the right way. And he was persecuting the church. All right. It says what? Verse 3. And as he journeyed, he came near Damascus, and suddenly there shined round about him a light from heaven. And he fell to the earth and heard a voice saying unto him, Saul, Saul, why persecutest thou me? And he said, Who art thou, Lord? And the Lord said, I am Yahushua, whom thou persecutest. It is hard for thee to kick against the pricks. Now, Paul's name was Saul before the conversion, right? Now, he fell down to the earth, man. He was journeying, he was journeying on his trip to Damascus, and he fell. So, you can assume that he was on a horse and he fell to the earth, all right? But that's the idea that I get in my mind. That's what I picture every time I think of that. And that reminded me of the idiom, because he was proud. He thought that he knew more than all the Christians, or so-called Christians, man, the disciples of the Lord. He persecuted them, and that's why the Lord knocked him off that high horse, that position that he was in, because he came from the straightest sect, which was the Pharisees, and he knocked him off and let him know, man, you fighting against me, man, and this is what Paul said. Saul, he said, verse 6, and he trembling and astonished said, Lord, what wilt thou have me to do? And the Lord said unto him, arise, go into the city, and it shall be told thee what thou must do. Right, and he trembled, man, and he said, what wilt thou have me do? Now that's the thing, man. Once you get corrected, Once you realize that you wasn't doing the right thing, you didn't know anything, man. You can either take it one or two ways. You can correct yourself, or you can get even worse and worse, man. You know? And what? Saul, he went in the right way right here. It says this. Verse 7. And the men which journeyed with him stood speechless, hearing a voice, but seeing no man. And Saul arose from the earth, and when his eyes were opened, he saw no man, but they led him by the hand and brought him into Damascus. And he was 3 days without sight, and neither did he eat nor drink. See? So he once he got blinded by that light, you know, he couldn't see for 3 days, man. It says 3 days without sight, you know? And that's all symbolic, and I'm going to get into that a little later. You know? I want to get this first. This is Romans 10, verse 2. It says, for I bear them record that they have a zeal of the Most High, but not according to knowledge. For they, being ignorant of the Most High's righteousness, and going about to establish their own righteousness, have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of the Most High. Right. You know, so they tried to establish their own righteousness, man. You know. But hey, Saul had a zeal of the Most High, but he didn't have it according to knowledge, man. Because he was zealous for the laws of the Lord. And he was persecuting the church. Just like, you know, the guy at the camp, man. The guy, he was zealous, man. He wanted to lead his people, you know, but he wasn't doing it in the right way according to the scriptures. And that's what we was trying to tell him. But he thought his eyes was already open, man. And he thought that we was in error, man. The guy even said, well, I must not be saying it right. You know, he said, I must not be saying it right. I might need Aaron next to me. As if he was Moses, man. You know? And I understand, because, you know, learning this way of the world, the way this world teaches, you think that, oh, the scriptures is not really true. It's just about morals and stuff. So you get in your head that we all like Yahweh Shai, and we need to lead our people out of something, man. You know, but you, like I said, when you hear the truth, you can either turn, you know it to be true, like his sheep hear his voice, and you humble down, or what? You can just wax worse and worse, and you never be converted, man. You know? Hey, man, personally, because it was just like that for me, man. I mean, I wasn't that proud, but I was thinking that, oh, it was on me to lead my people out, man. And I was trying to make my own little manual, my own little way to navigate in Esau's system and free us, man. Then the truth came, and I was like, oh, man, the manual is already written, man. And that's the thing, man. This thing is already written, man. The blueprint is already written for us, and we just got to follow it. All right? This is, well, I'm going to get what I said I was going to get to later, but I'm going to just get it now. This is, John, the 9th chapter, verse, Salat. I don't want to start too early. Okay. I'm going to start from verse 35. It says, Yahushua heard that they had cast him out, and when he had found him, he said unto him, dost thou believe on the Son of the Most High? He answered and said, who is he, Lord, that I might believe on him? And Yahushua said unto him, thou hast both seen him, and it is he that talketh with thee. Right, because the Lord was saying he's the Son of the Most High, man. You know? That's why the scripture say, him that believeth for him, as the scripture say, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water, man. He was that light, man. The light that blinded Saul. You know? And that's him right there. He's the light of the world. No man gonna see except it's through him, except through these scriptures, man. So if you're not, and like the scriptures say, if they speak not according to this word, then there is no light in them, man. And if there's no light in you, or there's no truth in you, then it's just darkness and lies, man. You know, so you gotta be going according to the scriptures, man. It says, Verse 37. Verse 38. And he said, Lord, I believe, and he worshipped him. And Yahushua said, for judgment, this is the point, for judgment I am come into this world, that they which see not might see, and that they which see might be made blind. So dang, he said, for judgment I have came into this world. And this is the thing. We was telling him that you ain't got it, you ain't got it. And he was like, how do you know you got it? Because what? You gotta have the spirit, the spirit working with you, man. The Holy Spirit is gonna teach you all things. And he don't understand what that is, man. Basically, it's the spirit of error and the spirit of truth. Once we speak these words to you, if you got it, you gonna understand it. You know, hey, you might not understand it right away. You know, we're not your total judges, but we know the truth. And you wasn't hearkening to that. You wasn't dancing into that, man. You know, it says, for judgment I am coming to this world, that they which see might see not might see, and that they which see might be made blind. Just like what? Back then, the Jews, they thought that they already seen, man. That's why he said, that's why the scripture say, lo, we turn it to the Gentiles. Because they already knew that they needed a savior. Because they went off. They was going off. But they knew that they needed a savior. And then the Jews, on the other hand, which they all was Israelites, but the Jews, on the other hand, you know, that lived in there, that kept the customs, they thought that they already seen it already. Like they was good. You know? When the righteousness was going to be a faith through Yahushua this time, man. You already broke that covenant. So they thinking they still living by those, the old covenant. That's why the scriptures say what? If you don't believe on him, you condemned already, man. They thought that they already seen. Especially the Pharisees and them. They thought that they already seen. You know? But the other ones, those that see not, they going to be able to see. That's why you got to humble yourself. Because we had to come to the realization we don't know. We don't know, man. You know? So now we see. You know? And some of the Pharisees, verse 40, and some of the Pharisees which were with him heard these words and said unto him, are we blind also? Yahushua said unto them, if ye were blind, ye should have no sin. But now ye say, we see, therefore your sin remaineth. See? They said that they see, so your sin remaineth. So now if your sin remaineth, there was no cloak for you. That's why the scripture say, if I haven't come to them, they should have no sin. But since I have came, they should have no cloak for their sin. So now your sin not covered. Now that sin is going to be upon you, man. And you have to pay for it yourself. You know? That's why the brothers was like, man, we just trying to help you. We just trying to help you. And he couldn't get it because he was proud. He didn't want to realize that he didn't have it, man. He really thought that he knew everything. You know? Trying to teach us. You know? And brothers was like, yo, we went through this before, man. You know? What do I want? Let me get this. First Corinthians 1. All right, 1 Corinthians 1 verse 18. For the preaching of the cross is unto them that perish foolishness, but unto us which are saved, it is the power of the Most High. Right. And another thing, which he didn't really buck up to, but he was like, yeah, I'm ready for war. I'm ready for war. And we tell him that it's not the time for that. We just got to preach this word, man. So it could be foolishness to some of them when we say that, that we going to be saved through this man. He going to come save us and wait upon him. It says, for it is written, I will destroy the wisdom of the wise, and I will bring to nothing the understanding of the prudent. See? And that's the point that I wanted to get. I'm going to keep going. Where is the wise? Where is the scribe? Where is the disputer of this world? Have not the Most High made foolish the wisdom of this world? For after that, in the wisdom of the Most High, the world by wisdom knew not the Most High. It pleased the Most High by the foolishness of preaching to save them that believed. For the Jews require a sign, and the Greeks seek after wisdom. but we preach Hamashiach crucified unto the Jews a stumbling block, and unto the Greeks foolishness. But unto them which are called both Jews and Greeks, Hamashiach, the power of the Most High, The power of the Most High and the wisdom of the Most High. Because the foolishness of the Most High is wiser than men, and the weakness of the Most High is stronger than men. Well, basically, the point is, hey, the wisdom of this world is foolishness to the Most High, man. You know? Hey, because the Heavenly Father, and this is how you know you don't got it, because the Heavenly Father saved the best for last, man. Just like when he turned the wine at the wedding, he turned the water into wine at the end. Now, usually, you drink the best wine first, you know, as it was their customs back then. You would drink the best wines first, you know, so after they all messed up, they can give them the crappy wine, you know. But in this case, he saved the best for last. And that's indicative of the philosophy, the truth, man. We had all the bullshit. You know, philosophies, the ways that wasn't right, man. The ways of error. But now in these last days, the truth, man, the light is coming to the world, man. You know? So that's what that means, man. So you didn't have it before, man. Before you heard this word, you didn't have it, man. None of us did, man. And we're not claiming to. All right? Let me get a couple more and I'm gonna close. This is hey, man, cause what? Scripture say they was astonished at Yahweh's doctrine, man. You know? And why was they astonished, man? Because they didn't hear that before. They was like, what is this new doctrine, man? You know? Okay. This is Jeremiah 8 verse 8. How do ye say we are wise, and the law of Yahweh is with us? Lo, certainly in vain made he it. The pen of the scribes is in vain. The wise men are ashamed. They are dismayed and taken. Lo, they have rejected the word of Yahweh, and what wisdom is in them. So if you reject what we saying, man, what wisdom is in you, man? How can you truly sit up here and say, you know, that you was wise, man? Like you have not been out here displeasing the Most High, man, doing abominations. How can you say have you not done abominations? Meanwhile, the dude was talking to us with a blunt in his hand. You see? So we know you don't got it. You know? This is Proverbs. Okay. Salakia. This is Proverbs 25. Proverbs 26 verse 12. Seest thou a man wise in his own conceit? There is more hope of a fool than of him. See, if you wise in your own conceit, there's more hope of a fool, man. You know? Like the scripture say, even the fool is considered wise if he holdeth his tongue. But you wise in your own conceit, man. Here it is. That's why the brother kept saying, you don't know what you're dealing with right now. You're supposed to keep your foot when you come into the house of the Lord. You don't really understand that. He said you at court right now. You know? Because what? The spirit of truth and the spirit of error, man. To see if you got it or not. And he was proving that he didn't have it, but he still thought that he had it. And that's why I always say, man, you know, sometimes it's better for Jake not to even have known anything. Because he knew some things, man. But sometimes it's better for you not to know anything. Because that, what scripture say, knowledge puffeth up. You know? So he just wouldn't want to let it be known that he ain't have it. You know? It's Proverbs 25 verse 12. It says, no, that's not it. Damn. Okay. This is Proverbs 25 verse 14. Whoso boasteth himself of a false gift is like clouds and wind without rain. Hey, man, so if you boast, hey, because the brother kept saying, yo, the Most High talked to me. You know, he talked to me, and he really believed that. You know? So that's a false gift, man. You know, the scriptures tell you about believing in them dreams, man. It says, whoso boasteth himself of a false gift is like clouds and wind without rain, man. So you can't even fulfill your purpose, man. You know? This is Let me get. Okay, I'm still I'm in Proverbs. This is Proverbs 18, verse 12. It says, "Before destruction, the heart of man is haughty, and before honor is humility." Right, before destruction, the heart of man is haughty. So you proud. You know? So, hey, pride cometh before destruction. But listen, it says, and before honor is humility. You know? Because what? The Most High hears them of a broken and contrite spirit. So, before you receive your honor, which we're going to get in the kingdom, Lord willing, we be them men, you got to be humiliated on this side, man. First of all, you got to be broken down, man. Humble. Because humble and humiliate go hand in hand. You got to be humble to know that you ain't have it, man. You know? And Jake, we all got that, you know, we all think we somebody, man. But hey, we don't got it, bro. You know? This is Sirach. I'm about to close in a second. This is Sirach 25. It's Sirach 25, verse 2. It says, 3 sorts of men my soul hateth, and I am greatly offended at their life. A poor man that is proud, a rich man that is a liar, and an old adulterer that doteth. It said what? It said his soul hateth these types of men. And the point I wanted to stress was, and he said he greatly offended at, man. You know? But it says a poor man that is proud, man. Because here it is, we poor, man. We are the poor. But you got the nerve to be proud, bro. You know? You got the nerve to be proud. You know? That's why the scriptures say what? Damn. Shit's ripped up. The scriptures say, Matthew, this is the last one. Matthew 5, verse 3. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. And it said poor in spirit, man. Because listen, hey, he know he physically poor, you know? But he think in his spirit he got it all, man. So now cause what? This knowledge is the riches, man. This knowledge is the bread. So if you think you fall in your spirit, you're not gonna want this, man. You know? You fall off that GMO philosophies, man. You know? That's why skip down to verse 6. Blessed are they which hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled, man. Not just something that makes you feel good about yourself, man, because it's not going to make you feel good about yourself. You're going to have to know that you went off, bro. You know? Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled, man. Because if you seek, then you shall find, man. If you seek him with all the sincerity of your heart, you know? But, you know, I'm going to cut it short. You know, I got to get back to the plantation. Hey, but that's what it is, man. Get off your high horse, man. And if the Heavenly Father really wants you, he going to knock you off your high horse. All right? You know, but with that, Lord willing, brothers was edified. You know, with that, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, whom the Lord sent to teach us this truth. And salutations to all the hopeful elect that's pushing this word in truth and sincerity. Shalom.